Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you. And while I am doing my eyebrows, I wanted to do this quick video. Yeah, so I'm getting myself ready and I wanted to do this quick video. So, as you can see in the title, this video is going to be about the Black Lives Matter campaign and how it relates, or does it relate, um, with the murder of the young man, the young boy. I think his name was TyShawn, and he was 9 years old. He was brutally murdered in an alley on his way from his mom's house to his grandmother's house, which was not too far away. And he was shot 7 times total, I believe, and they were all upper torso and head shots. So I'm saying that to say that they are saying that it is or was execution style. You guys have seen and heard about the mother, Miss Lee, who a total of $17,000, I believe, was collected through her GoFundMe page, and she took a percentage of that amount. I think it was like 10% or something like that. She took 10 or 20% and put down a $2,000 down payment for a car. That was a 2015 brand new car off the lot, which leaves her a total of $15,000. Now, I'm going to talk about the fact of the donating. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But right now what I want to talk about is the fact that we really need to get it together. As a community, as a people, we really need to get it together. Because why is it that, the videos and the broadcasts that I've seen about the little, I can't even call it a march, because it would be literally, I can count on both hands how many people I saw. But it was literally about 15 people with handmade poster signs, you know, expressing how they feel about the murder. Why isn't Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Jamal Bryant, all of these people that were in Maryland, Baltimore, where I'm at, that came for Freddie Gray, why is it that when it's a white killing a black, that's when we want to protest, and that's when we want to do these huge marches and all that? But yet when a black kills a black, and I say black because it is Chicago, we all know the demographic and the ratio of African Americans or blacks, whichever one you want to call it, the ratio of blacks versus Caucasians in that area. So the likelihood is that it was a black person that killed this black baby, this black boy. So I don't understand why. See, and this is why we can't be taken seriously. This is one reason why. It's not the only reason, because of course, certain groups, when they have certain beliefs, they'll find any reason to discredit or to not believe in the opposite group. But why is it that Black Lives Matter more when it's a white killing? Now, I'm not saying that those situations and issues don't matter. In fact, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying all of it matters. But we have to acknowledge the first step in anything that you're addicted to, or anything you're trying to overcome. The first step is acknowledging. Because if you don't acknowledge, then you don't know what needs to be changed. Okay, so we have to acknowledge that we can be quite hypocritical. Now, it's not just our people or our race, or our ethnicity. Ethnicity. I'm sorry, you guys. It's not just us, but I'm addressing us because that's A, my community, and B, we're talking about a black family or a black child. Um, we just need to stop with wanting to do what's the new fad. And the new end thing is, we've reverted back to, how your mother used to say, oh, all fashions go around and come back around again. Well, we reverted back to, it seems at this day and age right now that we're in, we reverted back to the 70s where black power and all natural and rocking your real hair and love, self-love, and loving our black skin and embracing who we really are. That's the end thing to do, just like it was in the 70s. But we have to understand and learn that we can't just do things because it's the end thing to do. You understand? We can't just have passions because it's the end thing to do. Because what happens is they don't result in fruits. Ye shall know them by the fruits that they bear. Ye shall know them by the fruits that they bear. So we can't just, go through. We just need to get it together. We need to get it together. Chuck, can you hand me that cord by any chance? Because it's great cut off from my video, and I don't want to cut it off. Thank you. But yeah, so we have to stop doing that because it's not going to produce any good fruits. So the hypocritical mindset that we have, and it has to be changed. It has to be. It has to be. Then we wonder why white America doesn't take us or our stances or our protests seriously. You have to understand that when you address, or when you in your head, get the perception of somebody or something as your enemy, you tend to study your enemy. Yes, you can't stand them, and yes, you hate them, but you tend to study your enemy. Example: people on YouTube say they don't like certain people, but they constantly come back and watch them because they're compelled. Yeah, they haven't subscribed, but they're still giving a view. Okay, now the thing with that situation is the person that is the person that they don't like, they keep feeling compelled to go back to, they're going back to them to study them. A lot of times to study them and to say, oh, I don't like that, or I don't agree, or that's the reason I don't like you. Whatever the reasoning is, the point is, when you have made the decision to consider a certain group or a certain person an enemy of yours, you tend to study them. So don't think that because certain groups may don't like us, that they're not watching us, they're not studying us, they're not taking mental notes. You have to understand that. So we need to get it together. We need to not just follow the fad, but follow what's right, what's godly. We need to follow the laws and true commandments that God has placed on us as His chosen people. We need to do all of that, because it's not just the quote-unquote, what some would say, the oppressors, or the ones that did oppress or has a history of oppressing. It's not just those you're going to lose, that's going to not take you seriously. It's going to be your own kind that doesn't take you seriously. I just almost fell to the floor when I saw the mother, I was like, am I the only one seeing this? When I saw the mother talking about her son said he was going to get her a house. Did y'all see her do this? My son said he was going to get me a house. And I'm thinking to myself, that's setting up the foundation so that she can say, help me make my son's wish come true by, giving funds towards a house so that his dream is lived out. His dream being he wanted to always get his mom a house. So I'm thinking that way. But then, so that's why I'm so split. That's why I said I'm going to do a separate video specifically about the mother and the father. I'm so split because if I lost my son, I don't even think I would be sane enough to even care what anybody would think. I don't think that I would be, now at the same time, I don't think I'll be rational enough or clear-minded enough to be trying to go purchase a car and sign documents and read over contracts and figure out a budget of how much I'm going to pay for my insurance. I don't think I would be in that mindset. But I'm split because at the same time, I don't know what mindset I would be in. In fact, for me looking outside in, I don't even think I would be in the mindset of being coherent, let alone being able to sign legal documents and things like that. So I'm really split with, I can't judge her because I didn't lose a son, and especially so violently. We don't know if she's, thinking about how she has failed as a mother or something like that. It's just so many different emotions I can imagine would go through in my head. Not buying a car would definitely be not in my head, but again, we're talking about me. I can't judge you or tell you how to feel about losing your one and only seed. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't do that. But at the same time, I have to be real and acknowledge where some things just don't simply seem right to me. That's just me. And I'm not saying you can't ask for help and things like that, because we all, I've even said this in the past, we've all asked for help in one way, shape, or form. I'm not saying don't help. I'm not saying she shouldn't ask for help. What I'm saying is that, what if we meaning not myself or you, what if we as a society push this woman over the edge and she kills herself? How would we feel? I mean, really think about that. And to the people that say, well, I wouldn't care because all I care about is her young son and the fact that she spent that money, then this world really is in its last days, because that shows how little respect, genuine caring, that shows how little we have for each other. That really does. It shows it explains a lot of things. We don't care for one another. Genuinely care. I'm talking about beyond when the lights are turned out, when the cameras are off, when all the signs, the protesting is thrown in the trash. We don't care for one another. We don't. And we surely don't care for one another like we once did, our parents and our grandparents did, because they believed in what we call this thing called a community. It wasn't a community meaning that, oh, these are a stack of homes together. It was community in every sense of the word. They believed that. They lived that. It wasn't a image that they thought about. That was their reality. We don't have that today. So I just think that we need to stop with following the fads, and not fads meaning the police. I'm talking about the fads. I mean FADS. We have to stop following the fads and start following justice and what's right. Because, like I said, it'll be a tragedy if this pushes her over the edge. Because, see, when it's all said and done and when all the judgment is gone and nobody's thinking about her no more, this sister still has lost her one and only son. She still has lost a part of her. Despite her maybe being, some would say, because she was a stripper and twerking on the internet and all that kind of stuff, all that aside, she's still a human being. All that aside, she's still a person, a human being, someone who wants to be loved, someone who needs to be loved, someone who is going through, and someone who, like I said, when the cameras is all off and nobody is worrying about her no more, and we have moved on to the next black life that's been taken, that sister's still going to be left with no son. We have to stop thinking about bashing people instantly. You understand what I'm saying? Because we can have an opinion, like I voiced my opinion, but at the same time, I'm going to be mindful at expressing what I feel or the wrongdoing I see. I'm going to express those things, but I'm also going to be very mindful at the fact that I'm not going to just kick this sister while she's down. See, that's the thing. We always, as a society, it seems like we look forward to seeing someone down so that we can get our kick on. And our actions speak louder than words. A lot of people say, no, that's not what we do. Our actions show that we do. We look forward to someone having a broken moment so that we can then break them even further. But see, what they fail to realize is that we are flexible, we are pliable, and we are bendable. We don't break. We adjust. We bend. That's what we do. That's what we've always done. That's the kind of stock that we come from. But attempts shall go on. Attempts to break will continue. Simply because they don't know the hidden secret that lies within us. And that is that the root of us, our spirit, our soul, is bendable. And I say it's bendable because we don't break. That's what we come from. We don't come from people that easily break, people that are brittle. We don't come from that. We come from a people that are strong and flexible and can adjust accordingly. We just need to get it together, you guys. So I'm going to do another video if you guys like. If you want me to do a video exclusively about the mom and dad, then put a comment below and thumbs up, and I will make sure the next video I do, once I'm already ready, will be of that. So I've done my brows, I put my lipstick on, I don't have any makeup on, no lashes, no nothing like that, no foundation or nothing, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put me some mascara on, and then I'm going to go ahead and come back with my video. Of course, I'll be dressed and everything. So, excuse the hubby for being next to me and snoring, but I'm pretty sure that being that we talked about something so important in this video, that won't even be a factor. So, alright, you guys, I thank you all for joining me. I thank you all for allowing me to share and finding value in that of which I do. I thank you all for subscribing. I thank you all for staying because it's 2 family members. And I will talk to you guys later. Shalom.